Hi, I'm David from the OCDSB Outdoor Education Centers, and today I'd like to share a bit about how I record my observations of the natural world. Right now I'm at my nearby nature spot, a place that I've been coming to every day for the past couple of months, and in that time I've noticed many changes, but one thing that really stood out for me were these green leaves that were popping up in colonies all around off the edge of the path. Recently they sprouted a single yellow flower on many of the plants. So today I'm going to focus on that plant called the trout lily. I want to show you how I would get to know the trout lily through nature journaling. So if you'll follow me, there's a colony just down the path here. Looking out on both sides of the path, I can see there's a large patch of some green leaves, some coverage that wasn't there too long ago, and I'm going to do a bit of an investigation of that. So if all I had with me was my phone, then I might make some notes in here. I would open the Seek app, and you can see it's available for your Android and iPhone there. But once that's open, I then focus on the organism that I want to identify. It gets a name for me, and then I'll take a picture of it, and it will add that to my list of species that I've viewed, like this. Now, I can get further information by going into that program and finding out about the trout lily now. And I might use this to sort of document what I'm doing throughout a day if I know I don't have time for drawing. How many plants were you able to name from your neighborhood? 2, 3, 5? And of those plants, how many of them would you say that you really know well? I'm guessing for most of you that's very few. And it's the same thing, getting to know these plants and other organisms that are in our nearby nature is really the same thing as getting to know your neighbors. You might know your neighbors' names, but I've never stopped and really chatted with them. So until you spend some time with something, you don't get to know it really well. So through nature journaling, that's one big thing that we're going to do, is come to know this place far better than we already do. So I went back to the Seek app again because I think it is something that can really help you get started in the natural world. And I want to explain that if you're working with children on this, you can have them play with that and use it as a way to access information. But I would definitely encourage them going out with paper and pencil or crayons and drawing what they find. Now, that drawing component of nature journaling is what really helps to make a connection with what's in our brain and what we're observing in the natural world. I want to take you again to another little patch, a colony that I've been watching, and let's dive in there and talk a bit about what nature journaling is and show you how I do it. Nature journaling is not about creating a book full of pretty pictures. I use nature journaling as a tool, and it's some way for me to put my observations down on paper. And it includes writing, includes drawing, and it forces me to look very closely at what it is that I'm focusing on for that day. It's also a way for me to put down questions that I'm wondering about these things that I'm discovering in the environment. Nature journaling doesn't require a lot of equipment. You can see I've got everything I need in a plastic bag there. Got my journal, or any kind of paper will work all right. Something to write with. I'm using a pencil in this case here. And I'd like to take measurements, so a ruler of some kind. And then if I really want to get in close and see things that I can't with my own eyes, the magnifying lens really helps do that. You'll notice that I'm kind of picking through the leaf litter there, looking closely at all parts of the plant, and then trying to accurately describe or sketch whatever I'm finding with that flower. It was clear in my exploration of this nature area that trout lily didn't grow everywhere. Magnifying lens is always with me, but I will carry other things too. When I finish with it in the field, I do take it home. I might add a little bit of color to it based on my photographs. I'll do some research and really bulk up the information in my journal about it, because then next year at this time, when I come back to my journal, I can look at the dates and the times, and I know the place to expect to find trout lily. Well, that's a very quick introduction to one of the ways that I would use nature journaling, and some ideas for you to incorporate into your own practice. I want to thank you for joining me today, and in the meantime, stay safe.